Hey guys, what's going on? It is your boy Shaq Cook, and welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Real with Shaquille, where we inquire to inspire. Thank you guys, everybody, and I mean everybody, for tuning in on a consistent basis. You guys have been such a blessing to me. This show has been taking off this season. I mean, one episode after another. And can you believe it? Believe it or not, I want to tell you guys this. We are halfway through the second season of Keeping It Real with Shaquille. Halfway through, guys. I mean, this time has flew by pretty fast, wouldn't you say? I know I can say that. Man, so I see everybody tuning in right now. Welcome to the sixth episode of Keeping It Real with Shaquille Season 2. And tonight, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about it's not what it looks like. That's what tonight's topic is. But before we get into it, make sure that you guys are hitting me up for my services. I'm doing motivational speaking through the schools and the school system. I do it for your team, for your basketball team. Before you guys hit the court, hit me up for my services. Also for my modeling services as well. Make sure that you guys come out next week, next Friday at Randolph College. Okay, there's going to be a play, Black Lives Matter. What if Martin Luther King sat down and met Malcolm X for a long period of time, and how would that conversation be? The whole play is based off of that. The whole entire play is based off of that. So guys, make sure that you come out next week, okay? Next week, Friday the 23rd at 7 o'clock p.m. Randolph College. And a special treat, you get to see your boy, Shaq Cook, dance to My Girl from The Temptations, the song, okay? And, man, I forgot the name of the other song. But anyway, 2 songs I'm going to be dancing to. I'm playing David Ruffin from The Temptations. I'm going to have the wig on, the glasses and everything. Talk about My Girl, all of that's going to be going on. So, guys, make sure that you come out. And then, 2, next Saturday from 10 to 2 o'clock p.m., I will be at Rivermont Baptist Church for their pop-up shop. And what I'm going to be selling is official. This is the first batch, and we are very limited. It's a limited edition Keeping It Real with Shaquille t-shirt. We officially have our t-shirts. They are on the way. And guess what, guys? I have orders already. So make sure that you guys show up to the pop-up shop to come get one. Rivermont Baptist Church on Fauquier Street here in Lynchburg. So make sure to show up and get one, okay? I have black and white, red and white, and blue and white. And also, I'm going to be selling them online as well. I'll post pictures next week so that you guys can go ahead and place your order so I can get them to you. I can and will ship them to you, okay? So it's going to be a $3 shipping fee. If you want it next day, then it'd be $22. But either way it go, I can get you guys a shirt. So just let me know what your size is. And like I said, next week, make sure to be looking because I will be posting the t-shirts on Facebook with the different colors and the different sizes. And I already have people telling me right now, hey, Shaq, put some away. Put some away from me. I got to cop one. I got to cop 2. And then 2, I got to pay for some for myself. I got to cop me and my lady some as well. So they're going already. So make sure that you guys, as soon as I release it on Facebook and on Instagram, that you let me know right then and there what size you want and what color you want. They're going for $25 a pop. I promise you, you're going to love it. On it, there's purpose in your pain. Like I mentioned, we're starting that campaign off. This is limited edition. Has my logo on the front and on the back. And I'm telling you guys, it is going to be dope. All right? So, also, last but not least, you know how we do it. We're going to have a Q&A session at the end of this show for the last 10 minutes. So make sure that you guys who are tuning in are asking questions because I will be answering questions at the end of this show for the Q&A session. So make sure right now that you're figuring out what you want to ask. I'll be writing it down as the show is going on because I promise you guys we're going to have a Q&A session at the end and I'm going to answer every single question that you post, okay? So, now tonight, as I mentioned before, what are we talking about? Tonight, I'm going to talk to you guys about it doesn't matter what it looks like. It does not matter what it looks like. So, Shaq, what are you talking about? Keep it real with me here. It doesn't matter what it looks like because here's the thing. We all go through things in life. We all go through storms. We all do. As you guys know, today makes exactly a month since I last spoke to my dad. It hurts. It hurts deeply. I lost somebody who was very close to me. I lost somebody who's a hero to me, who raised me my whole entire life. That thing hurts. So I'm going through it. Not to mention trying to get back into the routine of things, trying to take care of all the business aspects of his death. It is overwhelming. I swear, a lot of you guys not. I feel like I'm not going to get through. I feel like the days just keep getting longer and longer. I feel like every time I knock one thing out, 10 other things pop up. Or every time I take 5 steps forward, I'm taking 2 steps back. It feels like it's never going to stop. That's exactly what it feels like. It looks like it's never going to end. But I'm talking to you guys from the heart tonight that it does not matter what it looks like, because I know I'm not the only one that's going through something right now. Some of you guys who are watching right now may have lost a loved one. Some of you guys right now may be going through a financial struggle. Maybe you're going through a struggle in school. School isn't working out the way how you wanted it to. Maybe you're going through issues at your job. Maybe you're having issues with your boss. No matter what the issue is, no matter what the situation is, I want to tell you guys, it does not matter what it looks like, because you will get through. You will get through. With God, all things are possible. No matter how hard it is, here's something that I like to say. We do not know what's on the inside of us until we are squeezed. Now, what do you mean, Shaq? Well, tell you what. If you take an orange, I wish I had my apple with me. I didn't even think about that. But if you take an orange or an apple and you squeeze it, what do you get? If you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. If you squeeze an apple, you get apple juice. Well, what do you get when you squeeze somebody who is an overcomer? When life squeezes you, what comes out? Does discouragement come out? Matter of fact, what do you say to yourself when everything is just hitting you like the way how it's hitting me? Maybe it's hitting you even worse. I don't know. But what do you say when those things happen? Do you speak words of being a pessimistic? I know, I'm going to confess, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. I can't lie. Sometimes I do. But what happens when life squeezes you? What do you say? Do you say, this will soon pass one day? What do you say to yourself? What do you think when life squeezes you? What happens when life squeezes you? What comes out of you is what I'm asking you. What comes out of you when life squeezes you? Because what's coming out of me right now, and I'm going to be honest, some days I'm up, some days I'm down, some days I'm like, man, this is nonsense. Some days I'm like, I'm going to get through it. And that's why I'm doing this episode tonight, because I'm letting you guys know from my personal experience right now, what I'm dealing with, I know that I will get through it. It's going to take some time, and I want to encourage you because I know somebody out there is going through something else too. I know that my brother's getting ready to go through another surgery for the 3rd time. You will get through. You will get through. I know somebody else lost a loved one. You will get through. When life squeezes us, we get a chance to see what's on the inside of us. When you're put to a challenge in your life, when you're put to a challenge that you've never seen before, and you're looking at it, or an obstacle, you're looking at it, you're like, oh my gosh, how in the world am I going to get through this? How in the world am I going to accomplish this? That dissertation for the PhD student, for the brain surgeon who's looking like, oh my gosh, how in the world am I going to go, operate this surgery? Guess what? We do not know what we are capable of doing until we are put to the test. We don't know what we learn until we are put to the test. That's what tests are for. To see our strength. When we're lifting weights, when you're working out, they have something that's called maxing out. Maxing out is when you put as much weight on as you can to see if you can lift it based off of your strength. You don't know what you're capable of. We don't know what we're capable of until we are put to the maximum limit, until all the pressure is on us. And I know that some of you right now, all the pressure of life is on you. I know for me right now, all the pressure is on me. But you know what? As I'm looking at it and I'm going through it day by day, I look back and see that God is faithful. But I also realize that, man, I'm getting through this. Once I get through this, I realize how strong that I am. Through God, I realize how strong that I am. And I realize that, okay, I can take it. I can keep going. I can continue to keep moving forward. But what's very important while you're going through a trial and time in your life is to keep your faith. Because what I know for sure, what I know without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, is that faith does not require eyesight. You don't need eyesight to have faith. You don't. And you have to have the faith to know and believe that you're going to get through this trial and time in your life. You have to have the faith. So what I want you to do is very simple. It's easier said than done. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep in mind how you want the outcome to look like. What do you want out of this? Because the rain does not last forever. Here in Lynchburg, it just snowed the other day. And now the sun is out, the snow is gone, and it feels like it's almost 70 degrees. But just the other day, the roads were all messy, black ice was everywhere. But I know this much, and we all know this much, those days do not last. Life comes in seasons. Right now it's the winter. Spring is getting ready to happen. Spring is getting ready to pop up. The cherry blossoms are out. The flowers, the sunflowers are getting ready to pop out. So life comes in seasons. Nothing lasts forever, guys. So while you're going through this trial and time, realize that it doesn't last forever. But I want you to think about, how do you want the outcome to look? What do you want to gain out of this? Even though it is very uncomfortable, even though it's, like I said, it doesn't feel good. What do you want out of this? That's what I want you to think about. What do you want to be on the other side of this obstacle? I want you to imagine that. I want you to think about that. And as you're going through, I want you to keep that picture in your mind. Because one day, maybe soon, maybe sooner than later, maybe longer than expected, you will get to the other side. You will. You don't have a choice to. You have to. You will get to the other side. But you have to keep in mind what it is that you want to see. For those of you who are hitting the gym, you're working out, you have in the back of your mind the weight number that you want to lose. Maybe it's 50 pounds. Maybe it's 65 pounds. Those of you who just want a beach body for spring break, and you're hitting the gym and you're doing your abs and everything, while you're doing the abs, while you're doing your ab workout, and it hurts, but you have in the back of your mind, what you want the outcome to be. You have in your mind what you want to see, what you're working towards. And I think that sometimes we forget that. I think a lot of times, even especially in school, for us college students out there, you're taking your tests, you're studying your books, you're highlighting your notes, you're going to the study groups, you're filling out the study guides, and sometimes you get so caught up in what's going on that you forget the reason why you're doing it. That you forget the reason why you're in school, to get that career that you want, to fulfill what it is that God has planned for your life. So remember that everything that we go through in life has a reason. There's a purpose in your pain. There's a purpose on why you're going through what you're going through. But we have to keep in mind the outcome. When you're studying, I want you to remember. I want you to picture in your mind that degree. That's what I want you to picture. I want you to picture in your mind whatever career that is that you're seeking after. That's what I want you to picture in your mind. I want you to picture that career when it's hard. And I want to bring my extra pillow in here too, because I just realized I'm gonna bring my pillows in here so I can get a little relaxed. My pillows are going to be my company tonight. But I want you to think about what it is that you're doing this for. You're doing this for a reason. For those of you who are parents and work is just getting tough and it's mentally draining and life is sucking you dry, I want you to think about why you do what you do. Why do you do what you do? For your kids. I want you to think about that. Because guess what? It doesn't matter what it looks like. Keep your faith. Those of you who are inspiring artists and your CD isn't selling or your music just isn't going the way how you want it to, don't quit and don't give up. But I want you to think about how you want it to be and realize that, yes, this trial and time is not going to last forever. It doesn't matter what it looks like. That's the point that I want you guys to realize. It does not matter what it looks like because it will not be like this forever. So, also, remain determined, but I want you, I need you, and I'm speaking to myself too, to keep it in your heart and believe in your heart what it is that you want to see out of this. What it is that you want to see out of it. Keep it in your heart. Hide it in your heart. The outcome. What you are envisioning. Maybe you are envisioning of starting your business. I know that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that a little bit later on. But maybe you're envisioning your business and your finances aren't looking right. Maybe, things just aren't clicking, aren't ticking because, for whatever reason. But do not give up. Don't give up on that. Maybe you are inspired to be a producer or, a on-camera personality, TV personality, or start your own show like what I'm doing. And things just aren't coming together and it looks bad. Maybe that's what it looks like. But guess what? It does not matter what it looks like. Remember what you want out of it. And you have to keep and believe in your heart, because when times get hard and you feel like giving up, or when we feel like giving up, we have to keep in our heart and be determined in our heart to continue to persevere on. Because once you get to the other side, you're going to look back and say, man, that was rough, but we got through. And it makes the reward a lot sweeter. Think about it. Think about if you're an artist and you remember the come up, right? You remember selling your CDs outside of your trunk. You remember getting turned down by every single record label, or people telling you that your music sucks, it's not good, it's whack. And you continue to keep sharpening your gift, your craft, and your talent. And you kept pushing, and you finally got that platinum plaque. You finally got a million followers on YouTube. Or like your video has 10 million views. It feels so good. Doesn't it feel good? It feels so good. But it feels good because you remember those days when you wasn't getting no views. Keep it real with Shaquille. It feels great right now just looking at the studio that we're in, guys. We made a come up. But I remember when I was in my bedroom at my desk. I remember that. I remember I was in my bedroom at my desk. It looked very bootleg. There was nothing in the background at all. This whole entire studio, the lights, the camera, all that stuff, it wasn't there. But I continued to keep pressing towards the mark because I knew in my heart that the level that I wanted to take this on, that I would eventually get there. And I'm still not there yet. But every season, we continue to make strides. This season, look at what we have now. We have our t-shirts coming. We have our own coffee mugs, okay? We have more messages. It's more official. It keeps getting better and better. But the most important thing is that we're not stopping. We'll keep going. Last year, I took a complete year off, and it didn't look good. It looked bad. But I didn't give up, regardless of how it looked. It didn't look good at all. And I'm pretty sure there's some of you who are watching right now where your situation doesn't look good at all. You might have a loved one in the hospital, and the doctors are saying it doesn't look good at all. I understand. I've been there. Before my father passed away, he had a stroke. It did not look good at all. It looked terrible. I didn't think that he would recover. I didn't know what it would be. But God blessed him to live 11 years afterwards. And if any of you who actually knew my dad and you saw him, you wouldn't even be able to tell that he had a stroke. That's the power of God. But we kept the faith. But guess what? It looked bad. It looked terrible. It looked like it was the end of the road. Right now, for some of you who are watching, it might look like it's the end of the road. And I can attest to it. For me, it looks like things just won't get better. For me, it looks like after I accomplish one thing, 5 other problems come. But you know what? I still have in the back of my mind what I want the outcome to be. I still have, and I believe in my heart, that this is not it. That this is just the beginning. This is only to prepare me for what I'm actually getting ready to get into, for my future. And that's how I want you to think about it. That's what I want you to believe about every single challenge that you face, regardless of how it looks like. Keep your faith. Keep your faith and keep your heart in the right place. I promise you. No matter if, and I'm going to talk about the show, if I have 5 views, 500 views, 1,000 views, I'm still going to keep doing this show. I'm still going to keep working towards the mark. I'm still going to do it, regardless of what it looks like. If it looks like things just aren't going to work out, still keep going. Still keep persevering. And I have a challenge for you guys, and this challenge is for me, myself, and make sure that you post questions, okay? Please do. Please post some questions because I am going to answer them in a few minutes. But there are 3 things that I want you guys to do when you're going through a challenge. This is my challenge to you guys. There are 3 things that I want you guys to do. 1, when you're going through a difficult time, regardless of what it looks like, I want you to learn. Yes, I want you to learn. I want you to learn about everything that you're going through. Maybe it is your first time experiencing something. For example, for me, this is my first time experiencing losing a parent. Yes, it is not fun. It's not fun. Especially the business aspect of it. It is not fun. And I don't know what God's plans are. I don't know if I'm going to lose my mother or my cousin or my best friend. I don't know what the future looks like. But I do know this much. In this experience right now, the death of my father has not only been a transition, but it's also been a learning experience. I've learned about everything there is to know about dealing with a loved one, closing out accounts, having a will, the executor of the estate, what you can and can't do, who do things go to. And if you don't know what to do, I learned how to find out what to do. There's so many things that I learned through this process because I don't know if I'm ever going to go through this again. Maybe I will. Who knows? But I do know that if I go through this again, I will know what to do because I'm learning as much as possible. Maybe you didn't lose a loved one. Maybe you're just going through a difficult time in school. Well, learn from it. Learn. Because I can guarantee you there will be another time in your life that you're going to face a situation and you're going to say, I went through this before, or I know what this is. Like, for example, I have a buddy who, his son is about like 3 years old now, but when his son was around 5 months, his son was crying. He said, I know that cry. I'm not a parent. I can't attest to that, but there are some parents who are watching, and you may be able to say the same thing, that there's a certain cry, and your child makes a certain cry or a certain noise, and you've learned what your child is in need of. Or maybe when you're driving your car, and it starts wobbling and acting a little funny, maybe you need an alignment or whatever the case may be. But you probably went through that before, and you're like, I already know what the issue is. I know exactly what to do. I need some oil. You learned. Regardless of what it looked like, regardless of what it felt like, you learned. And this is what I want you guys to do. While you're going through a challenging time in your life, I want you to learn. I want you to take as many notes as possible because you may see the same storm again, okay? You may see the same thing again. And wisdom, to me, is learning through situations. And when it comes back around, responding better than what you did before or responding the right way. To me, that is very wise. So number 1, I want you to learn. Number 2, I want you to live. When you're going through a challenging situation, I want you to live. Regardless of what your situation looks like, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I want you to live. Now, what do I mean by live? In other words, I want you to keep going. Live through it. You will get through it. I'm talking to myself right now. It doesn't feel like I'm going to get through this. It feels like it's going to continue on forever and ever. But just how I'm telling you guys, I'm telling myself the same thing. Live. Live through it. Continue to live through it. Continue to keep going. Remember last week we said keep on keeping on. Keep going. Keep on doing what you're doing. This is what I want you guys to do. Keep on living. Keep on going through. As you are learning, keep on living. Keep living and learning. Keep learning and living. Keep on going. Do not stop. Once you stop, that's when you start losing. Michael Jordan said that he never loses, he only learns. And I have the Michael Jordan UNC Carolina polo shirt on tonight because I'm cheering on my basketball team to go all the way. So, shout out. But back to it, okay? I want you to keep on living. Do not stop living. Do not stop doing what you're doing. Because somebody needs you. On your worst day, you are somebody's best day. Somebody is counting on you to smile. Somebody is counting on your love and attitude. Somebody is counting on your word of encouragement. Somebody is counting on that. I need you guys to keep on living. That's part of my second challenge to you guys. As you're learning, continue to keep living. And last but not least, here's what I want you to do. Here's the third thing that I want you to do. I want you to leave. Leave what? What do you mean, live, and now you tell me to leave? Yes, I'm telling you to leave. I want you to leave wisdom for somebody else. I want you to leave wisdom for that individual who may have lost a loved one, like me. I want you to leave them with wisdom on what helps you get through that same circumstance. What I do on my daily job, apart from recruiting students, when I'm talking with students, I leave them with wisdom. I talk about my mistakes before they get into the program, before they go off into their internship. What I like to do, I like to leave them with wisdom that I learned from what I lived through in the same situation that they are getting ready to go through. I tell them, hey, listen, be wise with your decisions. Be wise with your finances. Be wise with who you surround yourself with. Be wise with where you go, what you say, and what you do. And also tell them from my personal success. I'll leave them with something. I'll leave them with wisdom. And I want you guys to leave somebody with some wisdom from your life, from what you experienced, to help them get through what they're going through. So, 3 things. Here's my challenge to you guys. Once again, I want you to learn. As you're going through this trial and time, realize it does not matter what it looks like. There's no rainbow. There's no rainbow before the rain. It's always a rainbow after the rain. You have to go through the rain before you see the rainbow. You have to see the rain before you see the rainbow. Always remember that. Okay? The rainbow comes after the rain. So do not give up. But realize that your day will soon come. So I want you to learn as much as you can while you're going through this trial and time, while you're going through a challenging time. Learn as much as you can. 2, I want you to continue to keep living through it. Keep on living. Do not stop doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Do not give up. Keep on living. As you're learning, continue to live. And 3, I want you to leave somebody with the wisdom that you learned from your challenging times and your trial and times. So I want you to learn, live, and leave. Those are the 3 things that I want you guys to do. That's my challenge to you guys on this week. And make sure that you post some questions, because I'm actually getting ready to look through questions right now. I don't see any so far, but matter of fact, even if you just want to be added in on the show. I see my brother Hakeem Jones is watching. I feel like adding him in. Bro, can I add you in on the show? I want to add you in. Can I add you in? Just let me know. I can post up. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't know if he wants me to. Yes, add Hakeem. Let's see what Hakeem's talking about. I don't know if it's going to let me do it or not. Ain't that something? Well, while we're trying to add him on, we're going to go through and see what questions have been posted. Or Levert. Shout out to Levert. He laughed at me when I said that I'm going to be playing David Ruffin from the Temptations. I know. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do. I'm having fun, and I will post a video. If I have the video, okay, I promise. I will post it so that you guys can see me dancing. So you can laugh at that as much as you want to. What's going on, bro?
Cook, what's up, man?
Hey, welcome to the show, bro.
Oh, what's up? You doing all right?
Everything going good, man. You know, we keep doing what we doing. You know how that goes.
You got to, man. You got to. I love what you're doing, too, man. This came a long way, man. A real long way, and I'm proud of you.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Hey, listen, I know I couldn't do it without you, but since you're on there, how about you tell the audience about a challenging time that you went through and what you had to do to continue to keep persevering.
I mean, my main thing, you know, because coming out of high school, the hardest thing for me was, you know, feeling like I was forced to, you know, keep playing football and all this and all that. And with me, I didn't really know what I wanted to do as far as playing ball or, you know what I'm saying, just going to school as a regular student. Because, you know, everybody saw me as being that athlete and, you know, that guy who could pretty much do whatever he wanted to do when he was playing sports. But at the end of the day, I ain't feel like that was my, you know, my gift of life to life. You know, my gift was to, you know, inspire people and to help people get to where they want to get to. You know, and me playing sports, me doing things like that was just a way to be around y'all, be around my friends. You know, and the hardest thing, honestly, was to go up there, all new people, and, you know, try to find love for it. And God gave me a way. So he helped me, you know what I'm saying, find a way to love it. And it worked.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's awesome. The thing is, people need to hear that.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of people who've been doing something just like you. You've been playing football all your life.
Whole life.
All your life. And then, you know, people look at you like, hey, that's that guy, Hakeem. He can go anywhere, play football anywhere he wants to. But eventually, some point in time in life, and I'm going through this right now, is that the thing that you love and that you enjoy doing, some way, somehow, it seems like there could be a point in time where that passion or that love just dry out. You know, like, you know, it's real. Like, you know, I'm going through this. Like last week, I started the show back up, and I honestly didn't want to do it. I didn't know if I was even going to pick it back up.
Yeah.
You know,
you just gotta find what you got love in. Find what's love. You know, because at the end of the day, if you don't love it, it's not gonna be there. And I know you love doing what you do. That's why it's gonna be this way.
Regardless of how much money you make, as long as you're doing what you love to do.
For real. That's what it's all about.
So I got a question for you. So you're my unexpected guest, but if you had one thing to say to inspire or encourage the audience, what would you say?
The thing with me, man, like, the sky's the limit, man. Life is what you make out of it. What you see on TV is what you can get if you want to get it. And you know me, I seen it firsthand. Like, if you want it, it's out there for the taking. You just got to go out there and get it. That's how life is, and that's how life is set up for you, especially here in America. Like, despite all the stuff that's going on, like, you got to believe that you can really get whatever you want to get, no matter where you're from. You know what I'm saying? People say they from Henderson, ain't no way to get out of Henderson. Like, we from Henderson too, so it's not an excuse either. We come from the bottom of Henderson, the bottom. We made our way out, so everybody else can do the same thing. It's just a fact of, this is a matter of, you know what I'm saying, knowing what your gift is and tapping into your talent. Because Jay-Z said it, man. Everybody got genius level talent. It is a matter of tapping into it and pulling it out. Wow. And knowing what you can do.
So, and do you think that going through trial and times, because tonight I talked about it doesn't matter what it looks like, and I talked about trial and times, do you think that difficult times can help you find what it is that you're passionate about?
Oh, yeah. Difficult times always help you. The reason is because, like, at the end of the day, what you love is going to pull you out of those difficult times. It's all about what you love. You know what I'm saying? What you love is never going anywhere. And that's how I look at y'all, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother's never going anywhere because I love y'all.
Yeah. You know, hey, you know,
yeah, my brothers too. So the same thing goes with your passion. Whatever you love is never going to go away because you love it. If you love something, you're not going to leave it.
That's true.
That's how life works. So difficult times makes you figure out what you love, because what you love pulls you out of that.
So, since you're on, I gotta do this. You gotta stay ready. I gotta run over here right fast. I gotta do this. I have this picture hanging up in the studio. This is me and my brother right here. You remember this right here?
You know, I remember that's the Virginia Tech game.
That's the Virginia Tech game. This is me and my brother. He's on the show right now. So make sure you guys go follow my brother Hakeem Jones. I mean, honestly, I tell you. And what I was talking to the audience about tonight is talking with somebody or doing what you've done for me, not even just all my life, but especially in the past month, you know, since my pops died, is I was talking about when you're going through a challenging time to learn, what you just said. You can learn what you're passionate about and what you want to do. And I said to keep living through what you're going through because you will see the other side.
Yeah.
But something that you've done is the last thing, which I said leave. And I said leave somebody with wisdom or encouragement to help them get through what they're going through. And I know that you lost your father at a young age, so you understand. You understand exactly what I'm going through. And that's part of that, the challenge that I have for the audience is to leave. Leave somebody with what you learned. Exactly. Leave somebody with wisdom from what you learned through your situation. And you left me with a lot of wisdom based off, what you learned when you lost your father, because you can relate to that.
Most definitely. But yeah, that's how it is. I knew how you were feeling. I knew what you was going through. Your dad was like my father too, growing up.
Yeah.
We went everywhere together as kids. Like, he was like my pops. He was like my brother. Like, blood couldn't make us any closer. That's how we were. That's how all of us were. So, you know what I'm saying? You losing your father made me feel like I lost my father all over again too.
Yeah.
So
man.
I knew without a doubt I was gonna be there for you. I'm there for you. Yeah. Gotta be. Just like me losing my father too. That's how it is. But at the end of the day, I understand how your pops was. He wants you to still go out there and get what's there for you. He wants to be the best person you could be. He wants that for everybody. And that's how he was. He a positive person. He wanted everybody to be the best person they could be. And he helped push me. Because your dad used to text me almost every other day when I was in college. Every other day.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, every other day. Making sure I was hitting the weights, man. Making sure I was lifting. Making sure I was doing this right. Making sure I was doing that right. Encouraging me, man. Yeah. For real. I was thinking about transferring at one point. Your father was like, yeah, you got to stay there. You got to, because that's your gift. You already know. You're already comfortable there. You already know what you're going to do. Your pops, he just encouraged me, man. That's how he was. And he was the same way around you. He pushed you to crazy limits too, coming up. Yeah. He pushed you to some limits. That helped me out watching that. Because that was your father, but he was my father figure too. And me seeing
that's straight love.
Yeah, and me seeing that, it meant a whole lot, man. For real. When I saw that firsthand, because, I listened to your dad like he was my dad. I'm eating with y'all. Spending the night at y'all crib. So
look, this is it. This is in the crib. we go out to eat. You out there with us. He paying for your meal just how he paying for my meal.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I was growing up. Yeah. And we fortunate enough now. Like last time we ate together, we fortunate enough now. Whereas we all go out and we can pay for him now.
Right.
We're in that position now.
I remember that.
That's what I'm saying. We're in that position now. He ain't gotta pay for nothing whenever we go out. Exactly. And he knew that the moment he left the crib, he ain't gotta pay. And we forced him to be in that position.
Me, you, dad, and my fiance.
Yeah.
So guys, all you guys who are watching, learn from what my brother said. When somebody does something for you, make sure that you go out and you do the same thing for somebody else.
Exactly.
Never forget what somebody done. And what my brother's talking about, Hakeem, in a sense, it's talking about leaving a legacy. My dad left a legacy.
Huge.
I didn't even know that he was texting him all the time, almost every single day. But you learn something new every single day. But that goes back to what I said. Learn every single day, no matter what you're going through, no matter how challenging it is. Learn. Get wisdom from it. Continue to keep living. And make sure that you leave somebody with wisdom, leave somebody with encouragement, because you never know what somebody's going through.
That's true.
You never know.
That's true. You never know words you can say that's gonna uplift somebody, man. You never know.
That's true. Well, I gotta have a special episode with you on the show. I know we've been talking.
I'm coming down, man. I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm coming. It's gonna happen. It's
all right, well, guys, guess what? Hey, so everybody who's watching on Facebook and YouTube, guess what? My brother, Hakeem Jones, you can Google search him. He was a starting safety, standout player for North Carolina State, using his gifts and his talent to encourage people. He is going to be on the show before we end this season. Some way, somehow, he's going to be on this show. We're going to make this thing happen. We're going to make this thing happen. So, hey, bro, thanks a lot for tuning in. Matter of fact, go ahead and end the show for me. I'm going to let you do it.
Hey, it's been Keeping It Real with Shaquille. We're going to catch y'all next week. Y'all have a blessed one.
Tune in next week. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. And we're going to see you next week for another episode of Keep It Real with Shaquille. We ain't quiet to a spot. God bless.